What's going on YouTube? Trav the Dev here, back with another video in the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus Keeper Streak attempts. Last run, we got our first victory of the, we'll call it the hopeful streak. Gonna hop right in here to today's run. Again, now that we've got the W in that first run, we're gonna just, we're not obviously gonna hold the R button. We're just gonna take what the game gives us and see what we can do with it. Seed for day, DTSA E4TZ if you want to play along at home. And yeah, Curse of the XL starting off. I like it. Not the greatest, because we do miss out on a shop, but we got the devil deal on the first floor if we don't get hit. A couple things about last run. Looking over some footage and so just making sure I'm dodging here effectively. There's a couple items I think I could have picked up in the early game. Mr. Me, I forgot, got to consider him when you're playing as the keeper. A little chubby, that's pretty good. Mr. Me can take devil deal items for you and spawn them on the ground, meaning you don't have to pay for them. So that's another item we want to look for. I think there was an early opportunity to get that. I don't know if I would have ended up taking it, but it is something to consider for future runs. Just looking for our shop and item room here. So yeah, it basically does like the same thing as it does in the store, where it takes the item for free. Obviously in the devil deal, it does not refresh the item pedestal. That'd be super overpowered, so luckily it doesn't do that. I think we also saw a glass cannon on that run. Glass cannon's pretty good. We're going to leave this here. I'll get back to the Halo in a second. Glass cannon's pretty good when you have 1 HP, because I was a little bit incorrect. What it does is it leaves you with 1 coin heart. There's the shop here. Think about this. What glass cannon will do, it will fire off that big tier, but it'll leave you with 1 HP. So when you're rolling on 1 HP as the keeper, if you have 9 lives, or you're not finding any good ways to get any money, you happen to take like a health down pill or something like that, it's something that you want to probably be rolling with long term. We'll leave that dime here for now. So what I'm doing here, I am thinking there's a few different options. So I definitely want to, I think we want to get Diplopia before we head into the second boss room, because that can also give us a devil deal item, assuming we, there is one, which you're definitely hoping for. And then Chaos. Chaos is interesting as well. We had Chaos in the last run. I would say it worked out. We ended up getting the Eye of Belial from the angel room, the angel statue in the sacrifice room. Which was obviously a good, be a little careful here, that obviously helped us out long term with all the extra damage that we can do, especially piercing through some of the multi-segmented enemies. It was a bit of a lucky dodge. On the little monstro, we go into this big room. Hopefully should be a fairly easy room to when I get little chubby to do some damage. So yeah, we got to make sure that we can pick up Diplopia before we head into the second boss room. And then, maybe if there's a good item in there, I can't think of any that are 1 heart deals that are beneficial to pick up like twice. So, if we do get the deal, assuming we can buy Diplopia, maybe we can still stick with the angel rooms, despite having a devil item. Obviously, there's a lot of items that would help us out greatly here. We'll open up this eternal chest, see if we can get something. No, that kind of sucks. Brimstone, Mom's Knife, Death's Touch. Goat Head would be a great item for us to grab as well. We're going to go ahead and fight the first boss. It's Larry Jr. It shouldn't be a big deal. We just got to make sure that we don't get hemmed in by some poops. And, Lil Chubby doing a great job. Bosses like Larry Jr., the Hollow, stuff like that, they really get torn apart with items like Lil Chub, Big Chub. Big Chub. What are we hoping for here? Speed and damage or tears would be ideal. Obviously, we have the Halo, which will give us both of those before we end the room or end the floor here. PJ is not great, so it's gonna give us a bunch of flies. So let's see if we can't get some payouts from the wooden nickel. It's a little bit risky because if we do end up taking a hit of damage, there's a chance that we might not have any coins left over. And gosh, I don't know if we're going to actually get it here. There's a chance we might have any coins left over to fill our hearts, but I think the risk is worth it trying to get Diplopia here. If we don't get it, I think what I would probably do is try to get Chaos. I don't really want to take pills, and I could also take... I could take the playing card that's in there. Sorry, just thinking. Okay, we are going to have enough. We're going to leave 1 penny on the ground, and we're going to go pick up Diplopia and fight the first boss. So again, hoping for a devil deal here. Yeah, I think Brimstone or Mom's Knife, if we get either of those items, obviously that's what we're definitely hoping for. Not going to hit the space button to skip the little transition. Fight Monstro. Should be... It is the double champion Monstro. These guys are a little bit faster and they tend to shoot a little bit longer. Okay, we got 1 down. Just gotta make some dodges here. Little Chubby doing some work. Get away, hit 1 more hit. There we go. Shoot this. Nice penny. Jesus Juice, that's pretty good. We're not going to Diplopia that, obviously. Oh boy. So neither of these items really do that much for us, I don't think. Empty Vessel just doesn't flat out work with the Keeper because coin hearts are treated as red hearts. And then the Void, while it's a great item, you know, I think we've obviously got to stick with the wooden nickel heading down. So we're gonna go ahead and skip this. We're gonna go back to the shop, and I think we're going to Diplopia Chaos. You know, it is a little bit risky, but there's really only 1 item I think that you'd be looking for on the regular, and that's the piggy bank out of the shop. So I do think this is worth it. Let's see what this was. Ace of Hearts. Okay. Might actually have another charge on this one. I'll go ahead and use that. Yeah, I did pay out. It's okay. And then we've got a couple more charges here actually. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna keep this one for the next floor. We'll go back to one of these rooms with some extra consumables on them, and go ahead and use the Ace of Hearts. Have a couple more flies before we head down to the next floor. So, you know, the other option where there was we could have picked up... yeah, we'll do here. We could have picked up either Empty Vessel or the Void and got the Devil Deal precedence, but given the fact that Chaos was back there, I think it was a smarter move not to do that, and just, you know, Diplopia there and try to get angel items in the future, because, you know, that way we wouldn't have to pay for any items that we would end up encountering. So Caves 1. We're going to avoid the big rooms. Like to avoid the big rooms early on in the floor. That room, you want to make sure you go over to one of the sides here. Those guys shoot diagonally, so you want to be sure you're on a straight line vector with one of them. Those purple champions with the rogue shots. Didn't mean to use that. Again, always make sure that you are looking before you... Make sure there's enemies on the room, I should say, before you go ahead and pop that. These guys can be a little difficult, but we got the speed upgrade last floor, so we should be fine. None of these are the ones that do the cross retaliatory shot when they die. So, didn't end up hurting us, but definitely want to make sure we're not making mistakes like that. Probably have combat on this room. Yes, we do. These spiders are a little bit dangerous. We do have some maneuverability. We go into the gaps there. Yeah, okay, it's a little dangerous. This guy's pathfinding can be a little odd as well. Small spiders. Luckily we have just enough tears rate to get that guy. Almost took some damage there. Pick up the dodging a little bit. We don't have, a run like we did yesterday where we had a lot of good advantages. This room can be a little dangerous. Should have enough damage, speed to get around that guy. You gotta make sure you bait him. Should be a host over here. So yeah. The judgment. I'm gonna go to the store. That's my shadow. Unfortunately, if that was Judas' shadow, that would obviously been a great pickup for us, but no dice. Probably not worth it there. I do want to play this judgment. We're going to have to go into the store first. Judgment, with chaos, you can pay out with anything. So, if we don't find an item in the store that we want to buy, we can buy something from the judgment, use our money, donate to him, and see what he can pay out with. Hoping for a great, any good item at this point would help us. We got a couple good ones. Jesus Juice, even Little Chubby is pretty good. Allows you to stay farther away and kind of use them as a range shot. Halo, obviously, these guys are a little dangerous. They're real quick. Kind of disappointing losing that Devil Deal chance, but yeah, these guys are deceptively dangerous, especially when you have a low tears rate, because Keeper starts off with the triple shot. I honestly, think with the Keeper, obviously it's got some, fire game. Obviously there's some big disadvantages. He can't get, he's got the replenishable HP, but you're pretty much capped out except for one item. But I think more so than that, one of the biggest disadvantages that I think people don't realize is the really low speed makes dodging some of the early game bosses incredibly difficult. We could keep this here in case we get a Devil Deal, but I don't think that's the right move. I think we're going to roll past it. Okay, we absolutely have to get this. This is Judas' Shadow. This would respawn us as Dark Judas. Easily the best character in the game. So what we're going to do is we are going to go back and pick up all this HP, and we are absolutely going to turn into Dark Judas on this floor, I should say. I was a little disappointed, no money there. And you see my shadow and Judas' shadow on the same floor. So I think there is a nickel and a penny back here. So that's going to allow us to get to 15 cents. So yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons why Chaos is such a big item for the Keeper. Obviously, Judas' shadow. I think it actually can show up in the treasure room item pool. But obviously, that's not the most common place here. Almost 90% of the time you see it, that's going to be in a Devil Deal. So we're not going to turn into Dark Judas just yet. Make sure we don't buy anything. We'll see if we can get a Devil Deal and maybe get an item or two. And if not, we're definitely going to do that on this floor. But if we can get into the Devil Deal again, and there's an item worth taking, we'll definitely want to grab that. Alright, well, we died, but that's okay. Okay, now we spawn as Dark Judas, so we get a huge damage multiplier, two times damage multiplier. We're obviously no longer the Keeper, so that means now it's basically just like a regular run with Chaos. We can pick up Red Heart upgrades and give us Red Hearts. We can pick up Soul Hearts and Demon Hearts. And, we just got to get, some source of renewable HP. And I don't want to call it yet, but if we do find something like that, this run should be pretty much set in stone. Now we have the, coins don't really mean as much for us anymore. Obviously, wooden nickel, it still pays out with coins, but we don't need to use it for defensive purposes at the beginning of the room. A little dangerous here with these champions. This guy's going to split off into two. But as long as he can, stay and have the slowest reaction time in the world right there, you won't get hit. Bad piece of damage. Yeah, it's an even worse piece of damage. Okay. Oh boy. We cannot die here. Yeah, we absolutely cannot die here after we just spawned as Dark Judas. That would be a huge disappointment, to say the least. Go ahead and blow these guys up. I don't remember if there was a secret room there. Gotta make sure we're geared for combat. Okay, nothing here. There was a reroll machine in the shop, so if we can find if we can reroll into a Soul Heart, we're definitely going to go ahead and do that. So a little bit poor play in this room. Definitely, you know, that first hit of damage, obviously that was pretty poor, but that second piece of damage, you know, you can't let that happen, especially against a champion. Obviously, we'd love to get the Pact, but we'd have to get a really lucky drop. So the question is now, do we want to go into the mob trap room or the boss? I think I'm just leaving this here just in case we get like a reroll. It doesn't really do much for us. I think we go in here first. Try to get some money. Okay, a couple bombs. The Globins should be no issue. Playing a little, turn the map off here so we don't have any obstructed views. I think the floaty head guys are gonna, no, this is the grub, so gotta be careful here as well. And make sure we're using our range to our advantage. Really hoping for another payout. Okay, this is the wave I was kind of concerned about. Just gotta try to get them all onto one kind of general area of the map. Be super conservative. Okay, assuming we don't take a hit of damage right here. Okay, we're good. Okay. I'm not gonna take a pill. We'll keep it just in case we get like a PhD. If you can't get a bad, he might be able to get a bad trip. I don't actually know on 1 health. For now, we're gonna pick up my shadow. Just get my shadow and Judas' shadow. This will spawn your own attack grubs every time you take a hit of damage. I don't think this is the one. Either this or Shade will eventually run out and it won't spawn anymore. Second secret room, it's probably either left of this room or left of this room. I'm more inclined to say it's going to be here. Okay, that's good. A couple pills. I could take these just because there's 2 of them. What makes you larger? We're going to take these because there's 2 of them as well. It's a Horf. Somewhat dangerous, but we can use that as an extra bomb should we need to do that. I don't remember I don't think there's any tinted rocks on this floor, so just gonna fight the stain. Stain's pretty easy. Just gotta watch out for these circulating shots, but we got the red poop, so should be no issue. And we can get him to pop up on the red poop even. This guy spawned grubs every now and then. We can 3-shot those guys. Just gotta stay on the north and south ends of the stain, and he can never hit you with that little tentacle attack that he does. One thing that I don't like about, okay, yeah, he almost telefragged those. With the red poops, I don't think he can go like underneath them, if that makes sense. I'll take this. I don't think you can go underneath the red poops, so sometimes his pathfinding gets a little bit weird. But obviously, biggest item we picked up on this run, Judas' Shadow. We're Dark Judas now. Don't have to worry about all the stuff that comes with the Keeper. Want to take care of our HP, however, and yeah, that's interesting. We're gonna probably come back here when we have a little more health. Gluttony should be no big deal. Just gotta make sure we watch out for the brimstone. Yeah, there it is. And then he obviously fires the 8-way directional shots, but you can pretty reliably dodge those in that room. Curse of the Maze here. Shuffle those, almost walked down some spikes, so I'm not going to pick those up. I'm confident that we could, but you know, rather just play safer than sorry right now with how much HP we got, which is very little. This Horf Pill could come in handy. Again, if we find a tinted rock. Absolutely take small rock at this point. Any damage upgrade, again, with Judas' Shadow, it's got the 2 times damage multiplier, so obviously that's great. So yeah, once we get the HP sorted, this should be a good run, just kind of in general. So yeah, play on the first floor with not picking that up, not picking up Empty Vessel, or it's a little dangerous here. We have the champion, making sure we don't get hit by him. Actually, thought that mushroom in the top part of the map was just regular mushroom. Not picking up either of those Devil Deal items and using Diplopia on Chaos. Obviously, that's the biggest part of this run so far. Still have the store key. Okay, this is a library. Ooh, wow, this is a fantastic room. We get ceremonial robes and the goat head. Ceremonial robes, obviously a ton of HP. Goat head's going to give us guaranteed deals with the devils, and we get pyro. So this is really shaping up. We're going to go ahead and take a look in this double locked room. Like I said, we're going to go take a look in this double locked room. It's 5 room. We're definitely going to reuse that. In case you didn't know, I don't have my mouse pointer right here on the screen, but right here, kind of where I'm firing on the left side of the 5, you see the Forget Me Now pill, or Forget Me Now item. Whenever you see a 5 room, you know, they'll have an indicator of what they do. I think the dice rooms that reroll you, they're usually kind of where I'm shooting at the wall right there. It'll show a D20, D100, D6, and then obviously that room has the Forget Me Now. I don't remember what let's see, 5 room. Yeah, I think it's all dice except for that one. Mystery stack, paint out with a golden key, that's good. Don't have to use any more keys for the rest of the room. The rest of the floor, rather. These NASA worms, as I call them. Oop, almost got hit. But I didn't. These are probably the worst enemies in the game. That's bad basic damage. Let's see if we get the iframes. We don't. That's okay. I was going to come in here anyway. I was just trying to take advantage of the iframes that we had from getting hit right there. Take us to the... Hey, look at that. Cricket's head. Yeah, absolutely gonna take that. We'll fight the angel statue. We got 20.36 damage at this point. We should be able to take out pretty much everything, including most bosses, at a pretty high pace. And hey, you know, I'd rather take the angel items over the devil items because either of them can be anything. Just unlocking those because we have the golden key. Could maybe get some money. Yeah, I'd rather, you know, get the items for free rather than pay for them. In the devil deal, especially without any red hearts. So, I'm just going to pause here for just a second. Sorry about that. It's just getting a little hot in my room here, taking off my sweatshirt. Getting a little cold. Winter is definitely approaching. It was actually unseasonably warm the past few days. We had a big thunderstorm yesterday, and that you know, really dropped the temperature about like 30 degrees. So decent weather for the next few weeks. You know, in the 50s or 40s. You know, great sweater weather. Thanksgiving coming up, and then obviously we got a good holiday season this year, Christmas and New Year's Day, both on a Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. Gonna take some time off from work, spend some time with the family. Very limited number of people. Should be obvious why that is, but yeah, don't think we're gonna have any big holiday gatherings. And you know, I'd advise you guys not to do that either, unless you're, you know, down in New Zealand or Australia, where they seem to be taking care of it. You know, might as well blow this guy up. We got 98 pounds. We're not going to use that many, especially being Dark Judas. Ooh, I almost walked into the spikes again. Yeah, Curse of the Maze gets a little annoying sometimes. Not a huge deal. Second secret room should be just above that room right there. After we get out of here, we're going to bomb that. Just didn't want to go up there. Those statues in that room with the spikes, you know, you want to sneak over to the side and then reset their counters and then come out and go back in. Fate, great. Fate gives us flying and an eternal heart, and I won't say our HP is sorted, but it's definitely a lot better than it was at the start of this floor, and obviously at the start of this run when we were playing as the Keeper. Libraries, like you saw earlier on this floor, I don't think I mentioned it. I know I mentioned the items, but are always great when you have chaos. They can basically be anything. A little disappointing, nothing from the red chest, but that's alright. You can see we're chunking away at Megamaw's health right there. Hit there, a bit of dumb damage. No reason really to pick up this Eternal Heart. Not to pick up this Eternal Heart, but might as well. We're about to reset this floor in just a second anyhow. Now if I remember correctly, we'll see what happens, but typically, and this isn't always the case, but typically when you use a 5 room, not the floor layout, but kind of the rooms that you spawn are very similar to what you got beforehand. So I think we're going to see another library when we go and do this room. So see, I don't want a range upgrade. Let's go take the soul heart. Why not? We don't want for any items at this point. And yeah, we'll do the 5 room and restart the floor. Curse of the Unknown. I think we have 2 red hearts and 3.5 or 4.5 soul hearts. So we'll just want to keep that in mind. Be a little safe. Go ahead and use the world card. So no library. So I guess it's proven wrong. I think that, you know, it's like a 50-50 shot. I don't know why I came in this room. I'm not going to be able to get to the boss trap room anyhow. Maybe once we come back towards the end of the floor if we get a double deal. Or play this arcade here. But, you know, I think you tend to find whenever you use a 5 room that kind of the floors, like the special room spawns that you get, they tend to be somewhat similar. I think I've had a few runs actually where I've gotten like 5 rooms on back-to-back floors. So, you know, you use it and then you use it again. Sure, we'll take the virus. Virus is pretty good. Whenever you touch an enemy, they'll get poisoned, and whenever one of those enemies dies, they have a chance to spawn a demon heart. I think they might have to be poisoned when they die. They don't necessarily have to die from the poison. Ooh, another dying. That's 2 in a row. That's pretty good luck here. Yeah, they don't have to be poisoned, or they don't have to die from the poison, if that makes sense. They just have to die while they're poisoned. Don't think I've been double tapping this guy. It's kind of unfortunate. I think we're going to come back. We're going to go to the store real quick. I think I was trying to double tap the Demon Judgment, but I don't think I did it properly. Usually you can get 2 hits of those guys on the same round of iframes, but I don't think I was doing that right. We're going to play the Bomb Judgment. Yeah, great fight. Because I think I mentioned this in the last run, but the Bomb Judgments have a tendency to pay out pretty quickly. And with Chaos, obviously, all the item tables being shuffled, you know, he should pay out pretty quick. We're going to tap this guy again. Yeah, I feel like my iframes are not, you know, working correctly. I love the 3 Skull Monty. It's a Troll Bomb, that's alright. I don't think I'm going to play... Actually, you know what? I should have let him pay out there. So, I thought there was a red heart in this room. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, with the Demon Judgment, you should be able to get 2 taps. I guess I'm not hitting them quick enough. There we go. I think that was 2. Pill, not going to take that. I know I just picked up a full red heart. Yeah, like, I feel like I'm going crazy. Usually, if you're just running into him right away, you know, you can double tap him pretty effectively. So we should be on full red hearts because we had 2 coming down to this floor. Yeah, there you go. Sun, that's also going to fully heal us. We should be on 1 full red heart. Alright, might as well use that. I know there's some red hearts back there, but should be on 1.5. And it should bring us down to a half. Gotta be careful. Okay, that's good. That's 2/3 of the way to spun. Give us a damage upgrade. We're gonna go back into the boss trap room, see what's there. Our tears are just getting massive at this point. Yeah, but I think I lost a little bit more HP than I should have. Definitely not worth it. The Demon Judgment, so we're gonna, you know, play a little more cautiously. Hopefully we have no Curse of the Unknown on the next floor. A little disappointed that we had Greed in our shop, but we definitely want to get some more HP. Continue playing this guy. Want to make sure we're kicking any troll bombs out if he happens to pay out with them. Let's be here for a little bit. Listen to the jams of the arcade. Oh, just now noticed this. So this is a double tinted rock right here. Double tinted rocks, they take 2 bombs to show or to blow up, and they typically pay out with a little bit higher. So like a, you know, normal tinted rock, expected return is maybe 1 soul heart or, you know, a bomb and a key. Kick that troll bomb out of there, save your life, but pay out bomb judgment. You know, small rocks sometimes, but the double tinted rocks, you know, they can pay out with a lot more. They can pay out with like 3 soul hearts or, you know, 4 different consumables. But yeah, you can see the little X on the right side of the rock, just above the, I guess, the lighter version, or the lighter gray on the very bottom of the rock there. See if you can see it here. We're gonna bomb it. So one bomb should blow it up. Second bomb should. Yeah, there you go. Get a soul heart, 2 keys, and a bomb. So just waiting on this guy now. I think bomb judgments are pretty underrated in this game, and I don't see a lot of people using them. And I think they're, you know, they're pretty good. Like right there, you know, I just gave him 1 bomb and he gave me 2. Here, a bomb and a troll bomb. But you know, we started, I think, this room with maybe, gosh, I want to say like 90 bombs, and we're only down 10. So, you know, you do have to have a good chunk of bombs to invest with him, but, you know, hopefully he pays out here soon. No, he's not gonna want to pay out. Alright, he blew up. Ooh, got Bloody Crown. You know, that's probably one of the best things he could have given us. So the Bloody Crown, what that'll do, it'll spawn an item room on the Womb and Womb 2, and all variants, Utero, Scarred Womb, whatnot. So it's a very good trinket. So it's like an A tier, S tier trinket. Homing bombs, so as luck would have it, there's a bomb item after playing that bomb judgment for quite prodigiously and not getting any payouts. That's okay. At least he allowed us to potentially get 2 more items later on in the run. And back-to-back Curse of the Unknowns. That really sucks. We're going to go ahead and do this room, because we don't know how much HP we have. I'm going to death card these guys. I don't like dealing with them. Non-hands I can handle a little bit better. So I should have, you know, maybe anywhere from 1 to 2.5 soul hearts. But again, I don't know for sure. So, you know, we're going to have to play pretty carefully here. Hopefully we can get to the shop pretty soon. Could spawn a greed fight. I would say probably not, because we just saw a greed on the last floor, and then a luck upgrade. And troll bomb almost blew us up, but saw it in time. The hollow, yeah, again, you know, good half soul heart. You know, some of the quicker enemies that tend to rush you down, those can be a little challenging. You know, we absolutely smoke bosses with we got good rate of fire. You know, obviously I'd love to have more than a 9 rate of fire at this point, but 9 rate of fire, 23.5 damage, basically. That's it's pretty good. That's game-winning damage. So, you know, as long as we get some HP, if we can get down to the chest with this run, yeah, I think we'd be fine. Don't think I'm going to do a dark room run here. Not overpowered enough. You know, I could do it and maybe do a victory lap, but I'm not so brazen. You know, second run of the streak. We're just gonna, yeah, hopefully just get the win and walk out of here. Isaac's Head, not a great item. Gives you a little familiar that fires piercing shots. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And we got a super greed fight, so I was wrong. We got him back-to-back floors, but this should mean that we don't get a greed fight on the next floor. Could be wrong, but I would probably bet that we wouldn't at this point. Because I don't think you can spawn more than 2 greeds in the shop per run. Definitely do it on a victory lap. You know, if you see 2 greeds on the first run, you can definitely do it on the second run of the victory lap. But run to run, I think you can only spawn up to 2 in the shop. You can still spawn them in the secret rooms, but yeah. Potato peeler. Again, I don't know exactly how much HP we have. I know we have at least 2 red hearts, and I know we have some soul hearts backing that up, but I don't really think we need an orbital at this point. You know, and if we do, we could maybe even spawn like a war. Don't need to pick up the money, just looking for luck upgrades. Could fight our boss now, but I think I'm gonna go find the item room first. Interesting floor layout. I mean, this is a very long and narrow Now a floor layout. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Track all the way back here. Maybe find a secret room. I don't think there'll be any here. Again, popping these open. Sometimes they can pay out money. And this is just anecdotal. Sometimes I find that the key blocks, they have a tendency to pay out with the luck upgrade pennies more so than their counterparts. I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like I find good regularity getting the luck upgrades out of those. 2 of diamonds doesn't really do much for us, but it's nice to have. Maybe if we get like a double Steam sale restock, well, then we would need it, but we could just get like a restock and a blank card here. We'd be set in stone. Take a look in the item room. Guppy's collar. Guppy item. I would say we probably don't have a great chance of being Guppy. Obviously we have Chaos, but who knows what the spawns. You look for a secret room. I don't really know what's going to be on this floor. It's a very interesting floor layout. I wonder if it's going to be at the right side of this room. I really don't know. That's going to be my goal. Yeah, there you go. That's a weird spawn. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. Get a Hagalaz room. Break all the rocks or mushroom skulls in a room. So we're going to carry that. I don't think we need it, but... Actually, you know what? Let's be safe and let's carry the Tomb of Diamonds just on the off chance we end up getting a blank card and a restock. Again, with having Chaos, that's not very likely at this point. They could spawn in the shop, but I would be very doubtful that we're going to find both of those if we even find one of them. Take a couple cracks at a second secret room. Not going to be here, obviously. Not going to be there. Could be here. Could be here. It's probably somewhere else. I'm not going to look for it. I don't think we need it. Bloat. Tough boss. I think he's a little overhyped. I don't really think he's that tough of a boss. Now, obviously, I'm playing with Black Judas here, or Dark Judas. So it's not like I'm going to have a tough time with any bosses at this point, but I find he's not the toughest boss character to fight. Shovel. I think we'll probably hold on to that. We don't need the money at this point. 5 bombs here from the remote detonator. Do something fun. Those bad boys. Go ahead and drop like 1, 2, 3. Boom. Got homing bombs. Or Boppy bomb. Just drop a couple of these in here. We don't need this many bombs to finish out the run. So just play a little fun with it. Yeah. Kick some bombs towards him. Use him whenever he spawns his little minion guys, the angel fetuses. I don't know what you call those guys. That's what I hear them called by other people, so that's what I'm going to go with. Got a Horf. I think we'll stick with the shovel here. And yeah, we'll head on down. Looking good. Good item for us on this floor would be Mama Mega. Okay, yeah, we had plenty of HP. We probably could have used the potato peeler to get a little bit of a damage up and orbital, but again, I don't really think we needed to at this point. So what are we looking for? At this point, we just want some items that would make the run a little more fun. But we can banter a little bit while we're, just playing the run here. Talk about a little bit maybe why I got an Isaac. I watched a lot of Northern Lion. I'm sure anybody watching this is familiar with his Let's Play. Multiple thousands of runs at this point. Started watching back in college when Rebirth first came out, and I bought it. And I played it a little bit. Again, I'm not the best player, but I mentioned this in the original, or the first episode, I did get a real Platinum God and Vanilla Rebirth, and I beat Afterbirth completed as well. Just seeing if those are luck upgrades or not. But never got the 3,000,000%, even though we are playing on that. We're going to take Bombski. This is the file I found. Basically unlocks everything. It's a little more fun, and if you want to play along at home, I think I don't want to say most people at this point have everything unlocked, but I would say if you're doing keeper streaks, you're probably pretty good at the game. Not touting my own skill, but you probably have 3,000,000%. The other option I was thinking about, starting. I'll look up right here. Just from a base game standpoint, and getting like all the good unlocks. Just doing the challenge runs that unlock like Perthrow, Yara, Black Rune. But I think that takes a little bit of the fun out of it. I think you want to have all the items unlocked. Obviously there's a lot of items in the game that kind of do the same thing. Like 10 different HP upgrades, like 4 different items that allow you to hold 2 trinkets, yada yada yada. But yeah, I think making it, I don't want to say intentionally more difficult, is more fun, but at the same time, I think you definitely want to kind of play the game as it's meant to be played with everything unlocked. I wouldn't say it's cheap to do it the first way, but I don't want to do it. I want to give you guys the maximum entertainment value you can, and I think making the game hard as possible is the better way to go. So, yeah. NBA last night, I think, maybe a couple days ago at this point, depending on when you're watching, just announced their season schedule. Looks like they're going to start the week at Christmas, which is great. Hey, growth home runs, that's going to give us spun, take us above 30 damage, which is pretty ridiculous. You don't see damage higher than the 20s quite often in this game. I'm actually going to buy the Soul Heart. Tammy's Head, we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Be a little more fun than the shovel. But yeah, NBA starting in... I'll take the key bomb, give some chests. We got Mom's Key. NBA starting in during Christmas. I love watching the NBA. Big sports fan all around. I gotta say the NBA is probably, I'd say maybe my second most favorite league or sport to watch, just basketball in general. The only thing that probably prevents me from putting it at the top, I'm a baseball guy myself. Love watching the Cubs. Watching pretty much every game. Even like the White Sox and stuff. I just enjoy watching the sport of baseball in and of itself. I'll stick with Tammy's Head. The only thing that kind of prevents me from putting basketball up there is I don't really like watching college. I obviously supported my team when I was in college. We had a D1 team, but that's some of the lower level games. It just gets kind of boring for me. Poor shooting and teams just playing zone defense all the time. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm just going to do it folkly here, see if we can't get something else. But this should be a one run at this point. Tammy's Head, Dark Judas. Could take the Satanic Bible for a source of replenishable HP, but we should be fine at this point, I think. After all, we want to run as the keeper, so that means we can take. We almost never take damage. So when we're playing with better character, of course we're not going to take damage. Of course. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty confident, and we're gonna pull out the W in this run. Bring us to a 2 streak, but want to make sure we don't get a big head. Could go back and play that. Arcade a little bit further, maybe get down to a half art interval. Devil Deal. Hey, there's Shade. Not gonna pick that up. Actually, I am gonna pick that up. Give us down to 1 heart. And you know what? Let's take the negative. Why not? Second run of the streak. I said earlier we're not gonna do that, but let's go ahead and do that. See if we can't get crazy on a victory lap if we end up making there. Really hoping for Brimstone, obviously. Brimstone, Tammy's Head. Maybe the strongest synergy in the game as far as like from a damage standpoint. Not letting Key Bum take any keys. Reason I picked him up was just in case we see both the regular bum and the dark bum. Maybe give you guys and gals a transformation that you might have never seen before in this game. If you pick up all 3 bum items, you get a super bum, which is basically like obviously all 3 bum friends wrapped into one, but kind of supercharged. So he'll pick up money, he'll pick up keys, he'll pick up red hearts, and pay out at a much more prodigious pace, if that makes sense. There he goes. Didn't pick up that one. Guppy's tail, 2 or 3 become a guppy, so obviously we get that. It's 100% a GG on the game's part. You have 30 damage and you're playing as guppy. Nothing's going to stop you. You have to intentionally try to lose at that point. I got hit there, ended up going back and touching that other grub so we can get poisoned, trying to get the black heart payout. Didn't work out, but you got the virus, you got the iframes. You want to make sure that you're running in there and poisoning everybody that you can, just in case. Oops, didn't mean to unlock that. Whatever. Not going to pick that up. Actually, you know what? We don't have the Polaroids. Let me go ahead and pick this up. We got the go ahead, so we'll have a guaranteed deal with the devil here, especially now that we've taken Shade, and we'll have a guaranteed one on the next floor. So want to make sure we have HP to give away for that. Not a great bit of damage there. That's all right. Just got to make sure we're practicing good dodging. You know, we're getting a little maybe too reckless at this point, but pick this up. These, good credit card. Use that to deal with the devil maybe. If there's more than one item. Probably get rid of our red hearts on this floor. But want to make sure that we, you know, don't give away too many soul hearts for a deal with the devil, especially if you don't need it. So take a quick look for a second secret room. Not there, really. That's kind of surprising. Loki. Should be no trouble. I actually don't know what the easier Loki is, to be honest with you. I've never really had much trouble with either of them. I think the one, just the regular Loki, is probably a little bit easier to kill because he doesn't spawn. Did it right here? Because he does spawn the. Yeah, we'll take this. The exploding bomb flies as opposed to this guy who spawns the red flies, which just fire off the retaliatory shot. We'll go ahead and take Pandora's box. This will give us 2 items. Got euthanasia. I like euthanasia. I like Little Horn. They can execute any mob before, or any mob that's not a boss in the game. This one will split into the Tammy's headshot if it does end up killing one of those guys. And with 2 luck, we should be proccing that fairly regularly. Occasionally, you'll see the needle come out, and if that happens, you'll see the enemy die just right away. Curse of the Unknown. I think we have. I know we have 1 red heart. And I think we have maybe 9 or 10 soul hearts. So, you know, as long as we're not taking damage, should be nothing to worry about. Bad hit right there. Alright, go over here. That's pretty bad positioning on my part. We also got the Smart Fly. It's a revenge fly. Every time you take damage. I should stop doing that. I was going to run in there, but you can see what he's doing. You know, he's ticking down on the enemy's health bars. He does a. Yeah, he goes and attacks him, kind of like a maxed out level Bumbo. I'm gonna go ahead and take this, just in case. Walk out. I don't need that steel chest. Want to make sure we don't get hit by the troll bomb. Some eyes. Good to see you again, guys. After you ended my run a couple days ago. I hate those. Bit of a difficult room. I don't know if that. Bad piece of damage. That shot stayed alive a little bit longer. My speed's a little higher than I'm anticipating. I'm not going to play either of those. Don't have something that makes us more likely to spawn soul hearts like a Mom's Pearl or the Miter. If you saw that needle right there. Haven't done it here, but if we do end up hitting. Actually, no. Look at it. I think I skipped the item room on the last floor. That's fine. Red candle, not going to take that. Go ahead and pick it up, just touch it. But yeah. We're just rolling on this run. What else happened today? Nothing much. You know, I have my regular job. Obviously, I'm not doing YouTube full time. I appreciate everybody's views, but I'm not pulling in like huge numbers yet. Anyway, you know. Let's get my streak comparable to Sinvicta's first, and maybe we can start, you know, paying off the mortgage, as you will. Yeah. Work as an engineer, that's pretty fun. It's what I've wanted to do for a long time. Wanted to be that, since I was a kid. So, got into the profession of my choice. But don't really want to talk too much about that. Who knows who's watching these videos. Watching some more college football tonight before I started recording. More out of the MAC, the Midwestern Athletic Conference. I think they've slotted themselves into a good niche. No other conference really does midweek games kind of like they do. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, obviously Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Those are for the college games. Again, not a great piece of damage. Fun fact about euthanasia and little horn, not that we have little horn, but if you shoot the hosts, you can kill them when their mask is down, like that. You see it right there. Same thing with the sun faces, the white guys that bounce around the room and die after everything else dies in the room. And it can also execute the turrets or the gravity statues on both this floor, and I think they can do the brimstone guys on the Shoal. You see Mom's key really helping with the payouts there. Of course, we don't really need the money. I guess we should go back and take it. We do plan on doing a victory lap here. We'll see what our HP looks like. Don't want that. We'll luck upgrade here. I guess we'll take it for the mom transformation, but we're not going to take any of the pills at this point. But yeah, we do have the money, so we'll go ahead and, we're not going to take our time as much as we did on this run on the victory lap. Again, assuming our HP is fine. But, we'll still go to the shops. Almost got hit there. Luckily, I got away in time. Let Key Bum get that. Nothing for me, Key Bum. That's alright. Not going to take the Eternal Heart at this point. Although, I'm operating. I'm not used to going down to the dark room. I don't usually do it on my off time because I think the chest is just a little more fun. There's a luck upgrade. I didn't see that when I was back there originally. Chest is a little more fun. The 4 guaranteed items, obviously. And I think it's a little bit easier. Obviously, both. Pull these guys up. Obviously, both the dark room and the chest are difficult rooms, but I think you tend to find a little harder variants when you go into the dark room. We get like a triple cage. Double adversary, I find, tends to show up a little bit more often. It's one of the worst rooms in the game. I don't know what I'm doing there. It's obviously not going to be a second secret room. We got the room to the side of it there. And make sure we kill this guy before he tags us. He'll be my most hated enemy from now on. And in my keeper run that I could have won, I think. And yeah, let's chunk away at Mom's heart once it comes down. Brimstone phase should be activating here pretty quickly. Nope. Didn't get there. Avoid the shot. Might as well take both of these. I'm not going to use credit card for anything else crazy. Not going to play that guy. And we'll head on down. Like the music here on Shoal. Got tagged. I don't remember. No, okay. We're seeing if the syringes could actually take out these blue fires. They can't. I didn't think they could, but for some reason I thought maybe they could. We'll take hot bombs, take Mom's purse, gives us a second trinket room, and gives us the Mon transformation. I'm obviously still holding on to the bloody crown, so I think at this point we'll probably do the dark room, not the dark room, a victory lap. We'll see again what our HP looks like, but I think it's likely. So we'll obviously go down to the womb levels again after we go through the rest of the run. Maybe do boss rush. I don't know. Dumb bit of damage. Gotta remember to watch out for the retaliatory hits. Alright. Small rock up here. I'm going to take that. Speed's definitely high enough. Key Bum. Give us a golden key. Got the rain or the tears up, speed down, damage up from small rock. Brimstone flies are always a little bit precarious. You got to make sure you avoid them. Luckfoot, grab that. Take Linger Bean. Sometimes spawn similar to like a red candle effect. Really strong, actually. You know, whenever you get a chance to get a Linger Bean, and you know, finding your damage is lacking, and that shows up for you. You know, I would give it a consider it. It can really do a whole lot of damage if you can get it into the proper position. I believe when you fire it, I'm not gonna take Super Magnet. You fire it, and then you can kind of push it with your tears. Maybe if one spawns, we can try it out here. I haven't seen one yet. Oh, there's one. So yeah, like if you fire at this, it'll go in the direction that you're firing, but only if you shoot through it. So, you know, it's just like a cloud of farts, which is what the item is anyway. Maybe a secret room here. No, kind of looks like a template, but so you keep using Tammy's head. I think I might not have used that actually in the past few floors, or past few rooms. Tammy's head, obviously a great item, gives you the 8 shots and gives I think a plus 40 or something like that, plus 40% damage to your tears. Not sure the exact percentage, but I know it's definitely gives you more damage. Key Bum there, got the Bone Heart, Golden Bone Heart. Bone Heart's easily the strongest hearts in the game. You know, Demon Hearts are obviously pretty strong as well, but the Bone Hearts, you could refill them. Kind of like you know, just a rechargeable heart. Similar almost actually to High Priestess. Similar to the Money Hearts. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on dodging here. It's been a little bit since I fought Satan. Similar to the Coin Hearts that the Keeper starts with. Obviously, you can recharge them with Red Hearts. Luck upgrade there. But yeah, they're really, really strong. So we'll head down to the Dark Room here. If we can kind of keep this level of HP up, we'll do a victory lap. Kind of speed through that. Definitely not going to take the due diligence as we kind of have been on this. Could fight Mega Satan. Not going to. We'll try to get him on the second run. Maybe we go for Angel Deals because we'll still carry through Chaos. Could take the Head of Krampus, but again, I'm hoping for something crazier with Tammy's head. Make sure we don't get hit by that. Boss room, probably through the big room, but we'll see if we can avoid it first. Brimstone Flies taking care of Monstro 2 there. Any keys on this floor, I'm going to go ahead and give to Key Bum. Again, he has a tendency to pay out with chests. I think he's a little disrespected in the Isaac community. Definitely better when you have a lot of keys and Mom's Key. And these things could be anything at this point. Not going to take Curse of the Tower a second time that showed up, but don't want to have to deal with that. We do have fairly strong bombs. We got Mr. Mega, we've got butt bombs, and we have poison bombs, but no poison immunity. So maybe if we find that in this floor, we'll go back and pick up Curse of the Tower. And then, you know, if we get like a sad bombs or something, we can get something crazy going on. If we take damage, get like a dull razor or something. Exploding lampreys. Potato peeler. At this point, I think we'll just take one. No, I took the ladder. Could have left that maybe for a reroll. It's always good to have an orbital for defensive and offensive purposes. Obviously, we're not going to get in there with the orbital, given how much damage we have, but you know, yeah. Oh, trying to find a good topic of conversation. It's a little difficult when you've been playing the game for almost an hour, and I think I'm going to play for another like 10 to 15 minutes on the victory lap. Again, we'll try to go pretty quick on that one. Not play reckless, but definitely play a little faster, a little looser. Don't want to be here forever. I know you guys got plenty of other Isaac to watch and maybe play yourself, so want to make sure you guys have, there's only so many hours in the day. Make sure you guys have time to play this run for yourself. You'll listen, it'll tell us when it's secret room. It'll also highlight tinted rocks and crawl spaces, black markets on floors where those can spawn. I think it can actually spawn in the dark room, but you have to get it in the secret room. Baby Bender, we have 2 trinket spots. So this will give our familiars, the ones that fire anyhow, homing tiers. So little monstro, anytime he fires, he'll have the homing properties. Definitely the best trinket to have, or made, the best familiar, I should say, to have with the trinket is definitely a little brim, but obviously an incubus, Mongo baby, other guys that fire pretty quickly, they're all good to have. Gotta keep your distance from the lamb. Got hit by the rotating brimstone, that's fine. Has a tendency to do the quick charge, so yeah, like that. So you got to make sure you're not standing in one space whenever you're on this fight. So just do it. We'll let the smart fly take care of it, and we'll do the victory lap. Skip all the vignettes here. Be a little dark here. Don't have Curse of the Darkness. Just whenever you do a 5-room or the victory lap, this is what happens. I think the lamb actually makes it real dark. I have to test that out. I'm actually not sure now that I think about it. I think it might be the Forget Me Now effect, because I know it happens with the whenever you use a 5-room or the Forget Me Now, but I don't think it lingers quite as long when you have either of those two items that you use. 2 chests there. Pick up the key. Don't need the money. Got 99 cents obviously. Take the blue map a little bit. I would say useless, but we have Yo listen already, so. So we're on a victory lap, so every time we take damage on a victory lap, it'll be a full heart of damage. Yeah, we'll maybe start skipping some of these rooms, but there's a luck upgrade there, pick that up. Luck upgrades, again, they have a little bit of a green tint to them, but I definitely want to make sure we're getting all the items that we can because we have chaos. We're on the shop here. We have bookworm, there was bookworm, I thought it was going to be bookworm. Don't need sack of pennies. Take the Carol card, see if it's a teleport card. It's not. But yeah, knowing where the second secret room tends to be somewhat close to the boss room. Not always the case. It's kind of a judgment call. Obviously, we love some mapping, so we can just kind of fly through the run. But yeah, I mean, we're absolutely chunking these guys down. We'll take scatter bombs just in case we get like sad bombs or something. It's always a little bit fun to have. See all the explosions going off, and I wouldn't be surprised given the fact that we have chaos. Again, bomb items tend to spawn a little bit more frequently because of how the item pools work, with the bomb beggar item pool being intertwined into all the other ones. Yeah, secret room's there. He's gonna fly over Tinted Rock, I think. I guess not. Maybe it doesn't actually fly over the Tinted Rocks. Maybe it just flies over whenever there's a what's the word I'm looking for here? A crawl space or a black market. Not something I pick up too often, just because it doesn't spawn that often. I mean, whenever you see it, it's always usually a good idea to pick it up. Because knowing where the secret rooms are, that's always a big advantage. Yeah, just pop in here. I'm not gonna play it. Step on these buttons. Why not? Maybe spawn like an item or something. Can happen. Doesn't always happen, but it can happen. Got hit there. It's fine. Could run into the pop flies, grandfather flies, whatever they're called. Trinity shield. It's all right. Transcendence. Don't need it. There we go. There's Guppy. So now we're really gonna start speeding up. Your Guppy, every time you hit, yeah, see there, it's double tinted rock, so it does tell you where the tinted rocks are. Your Guppy, every time you hit an enemy, it'll spawn an attack fly. It's a guaranteed payout. Go ahead and donate 1 cent to the donation machine. On a victory lap, you can only donate 1 cent. And yeah, we'll just keep chunking along here. Gosh, what else is there to talk about? What's going on in the world today? I don't want to get too political or anything like that. Maybe avoid some areas of discussion. So YouTube schedule. Obviously, this is really the first time I'm trying my hand at it. Right now, I've got Madden 08 PC franchise going. So I'm a big fan of that game. It's a great Madden game. Honestly, one of the last ones that I enjoyed a lot. Don't really like the new ones. Doing that pretty much every other day. Haven't really decided on a release schedule for that. right now I'm thinking about every other day. I might do them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't know what the end goal is. Obviously, we're just kind of starting. Not sure. Let's see, this video should go up. Let's see, today is Wednesday. This one should go up on Friday. Got a one-day backlog because I recorded 2 episodes last night. But you know, that's always a fun game to play. Roughly the same length videos. So again, if you like that game, I encourage you guys to check it out. Playing with the Raiders, good old Jamarcus Russell. Good start to the season, 3-0 at the time. This video, although I am releasing these earlier in the day, so apologies if you're waiting for that one. I think I might have just spoiled you, but good game in Denver, at least. I encourage you guys to check it out again if you like Madden 08. Got a Demon Heart from the virus right there. Oh yeah, I already been there. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta remember what my mute key is. I keep forgetting. Haven't really used OBS too much, which is what I'm using to record these videos. But yeah, I think I might want to do some like Pokemon challenge runs. Got a good idea. We'll see if that materializes. Those take a little more time to produce because I would want to do the whole run, be like a challenge run, and then edit them in post, I guess is what you would call it. Just looking for this boss room at this point, and we'll stop in the item room if we find it along the way. Don't really need anything else on this run. But I think that one would be enjoyable for people to watch. Something unique. I'm sure there's similar ones that's been done before. I'm not going to get into what it is because hopefully if I end up posting it, you guys can just go ahead and watch that. I'm going to just skip the item room, head on down here, take a little bit of a drink of water, refresh my voice. But big fan of Pokemon, so maybe if I do that, it'd be kind of like a once a month thing. Same challenge kind of applies to like every single game, if you will. You know, the challenge that I'm thinking about is it can be done in every game. That's what I should say. But yeah, checking this boss room. Nah, I don't really do that. Just looking for the bosses at this point. Again, we don't really need anything. This is pretty much a one run. Like a beam item if I can. Obviously Brimstone, Dream, Technology, Tech Zero, Sacred Heart, Godhead. There's Sad Bombs. Well, luckily I did not. So Sad Bombs will be real fun. We'll get a lot of, especially there's Eye of Lyle. It's pretty good. We'll pick that up. Stigmata, sure. One more damage. Yeah, we'll see what kind of ridiculous levels we can get. Don't really need either of those. Duality. I'll go ahead and take that. You know, we've got Chaos, so I think I'm probably just going to go into the Angel Rooms at this point. Maybe this floor will go into we'll peek into the Devil Deal. Want to get rid of these red hearts, I guess, but you know, Fortune, keep that in case we go down to the chest. Again, didn't see the item room, but we don't need to go to the item room. So Mega again. We'll go in here, take fast bombs. But I think future floors will probably just go into the angel room. Want to make sure we get the angel statues so that we can fight Mega Satan on the chest when we get there. And then maybe trade away our HP later. Judgment does the same thing as the Wheel of Fortune when you drop it in the. I don't really need to do that in the chest. It'll spawn an item if you blow it up, guaranteed. Plus, who knows? Maybe we'll need an HP upgrade. You never know. Could lose this run. Could lose this run. No, there's no way we're losing this run. This is anybody could probably pick this up, even people who've never played the game before, and probably win this run. Cursor room here, just see if there's an item spawn on the pedestal or something. Could be anything again at this point. Just keep on moving, try to find the boss room. Don't really care too much about the shops. You know, usually on a victory lap, you want to go there so you can get like the map, compass. But chaos, you know, it doesn't spawn anywhere. Sure, we'll take the second mom's key. The effect is not stacked to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, let's get funky with it. Let's take Ludo. Ludo gives you that controllable tier. Let's roll with our money here. Reason I'm taking that is just because, you know, we have Tammy's head, and if we get like a beam item technology or brimstone or something, that'll really chunk away at the enemies, but we don't really need it. It's not a boss item. Take another cricket's head, sure. Not as big of a damage up because we've already got the initial. But yeah, Ludo gives you a controllable tier. Super unique item. It's a special item in the game. Allows you to use your tiers, kind of like yourself, but moving the tier around. I think that first. Okay, there it is. You know, allows you to. That's showing Seagram. I thought that might have been showing. Thought Navi, you'll listen, was showing me where the like a black market was. That's a dumb piece of damage. You know, it gives you a tier that you can, you know, kind of control. It's not a great item, especially when you're playing as a keeper. You want to make sure you can knock back enemies with your tiers. But this situation, it's not a big deal. Sure, I'll take a second Guppy's Tail. Glitter bombs, why not? I think we can actually get both key pieces here, if I'm not mistaken. You see the huge damage we're getting with the sad bombs. No, we get the same key piece. I think that's because I didn't pick up the first one. Sad bombs, Eye of Belial, scatter bombs. You see we're doing a ton of damage. Oh, excuse me. Just getting a little bit of stretching going on. So, yeah, you see that tier that's kind of jumping back and forth. Whenever you have an item that can give you extra shots, but it's not guaranteed. Which I think the only one that I can actually do that is Bookworm. Sometimes it'll be like a second item or second tier on top of the first that does this crazy interaction here. Seeing with Mom's Key, getting great payouts from this Eternal chest. Save the Alar's room. You can skip out a boss rush if we don't feel like doing it. We don't need a second. We don't need another item when we go down to the chest. It's not going to matter too much. And yeah, just keep on going. Keep on going. Ludo, other great items with Ludo. Parasite. Parasite gets crazy when you have this. When you have Ludo. Hopefully we can get that, show the interaction. You just get like tons and tons of spawning tiers off the initial tier. One thing, second time I've seen that, with items that stick with Explosivo, and I think with this one, if you get the, let's test it out here. If you get the syringe, you might spawn the tier back on top of you. No, it doesn't. So what I was testing there, if you have Explosivo with this combination, if the Explosivo tier sits on or gets attached to an enemy, it will kind of reset its positioning and it will come back over Isaac. This one, it just looks like the executions just happen. I almost got hit there. Just trying to walk through, but the bomb didn't want to get out of the way. And to bomb these, I am going to the item room and shop on this floor. Just want to see if we can't get something crazy. If we didn't have Ludo, I would just go into the boss room right here and boss rush and you know, move on to the next floor. But I want to see if we can get something crazy with Ludo here. And you see the execution there, GB bug, no thanks. I think that has a chance to basically do a D20 effect every time it goes over a consumable. I think you can also do, I think you can also spawn an item pedestal very, very rarely. But I know that doesn't happen. I've still only seen it happen a few times. Yeah, we're definitely going to kind of expedite the second half of this run. See Navi there, saying there's a crawl space there. Obviously, there's no bomb there, so if a bomb would have spawned right there, then there would have been a crawl space, but no dice. Oops. We'll take the stopwatch. I will go fight Hush on this run because we have Ludo and Guppy and 9 lives and so many other advantages. 36.5 damage. There's a lock upgrade there. It's not. Blow these up real quick, but yeah, definitely want to get a move on here. Been in this run for far too long already. I mean, for good reason. You know, anytime you can start a run as the keeper and pick up a win, you know, you definitely want to make sure you're getting all you can get out of it. And I think the second victory on the streak is, you know, maybe it's the time you do it. I don't know if I'll do it regularly if we end up getting something similar to this where we get like a Dark Judas or a Lazarags or something like that. We'll ahead and take this. We get the second key piece. I guess we'll take Gimpy. We have high enough luck stat that anytime we take damage, it should pretty much pay out. See what we get in our boss rush room. Chaos. Got raw liver. Prayer card. Mystery sack. And void. You know what? Let's... could take void. I mean, none of these are really all that good. I'm just going to take Mystery Sack. I don't really think we need Void at this point, and we'll just skip on out of there. Again, if I get like a cool item like a Brimstone or a technology item, I probably would have done that, but, you know, with Ludo, it's just going to take a while, even if we just end up throwing down bombs and whatnot. Yeah, we'll just fly through these last couple floors, get on to old Hushy, as Sinvicta calls him. I actually don't know if Hush is a girl or a guy in this game. Some weird genders, like Chubb's female, Gertie's female. Not a lot of male enemies, I guess what you call them in this game, as far as I know. Keybanger, pick those up. We'll see what this card is. Maybe an Emperor card. No, High Priestess. Let's keep going. Head down towards the second secret room using our... Sure, why not? Be a quick room, see if we can get an item. Using our Tammy's head, and maybe throwing some bombs down, skipping some rooms or something like that. And you see Aya Belial and Ludo. I guess that's Ludo more than Aya Belial, but absolutely tearing through Fistula. Or that was Teratoma, actually. It's all the same. Don't need to pick that up. I've already got Bookworm. Let's go ahead and bomb our way out of this room. Or not. Looking for that boss room. Keep looking for that boss room. So, yeah. Going back to the original run, I think you've got to say the best play of the run was using Diplopia to get the Chaos on the first floor of the game. Allowed us, obviously, to get... Don't do that. Allowed us to get Dark Judas. Yeah. Oh, and got hit 3 times. All right. Talking too much. Got to pay a little bit closer attention to the game. Allowed us to get Chaos. Allowed us to get Judas' Shadow, and that definitely is going to end up pretty much giving us the win. Or it did give us the win on the first run, I should say. Check it while we're here. Maybe there's health or something. Not going to have the Polaroid invincibility for Hush, but that shouldn't be an issue, especially given the fact that we have Stopwatch. That basically guarantees that we're never going to get hit against Hush. Matriarch, the worst designed boss in the entire game, maybe second behind Hush. Just a stupid boss. Proptosis. I want to take Proptosis. The only reason I'm hesitating, it does have some funky interactions with Ludo, so I think we're going to skip it. I know it's a great item, but if we didn't take Ludo, we probably would have taken that. But with Ludo, I think your damage gets pretty well reduced if you're farther than, more than a few like character rooms, or not rooms, if you're far enough away, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like if you're more than, I don't know, half of a room away, I think it actually does less damage. Friends had it, sure. Pick it up. I can use the Joker card there. Use a teleport card, usually get out of the curse room, but in that case you just get spawned right back into the same room. Let's keep our HP. Let's go into the devil room. Maybe there's a couple items. The Judas Shadow. Go ahead and take it just for the memes, posterity sake. Sign of goodwill. Say, hey, we got this last run. Maybe the Eyes of Gods will give it to us this run as well, or the next run as well. And here we can hear the best soundtrack in the entire game, the Blue Womb theme. There we go. Got the drop. Take the pact. Tears up, damage up. I guess we'll leave the body there, just in case we take a good amount of damage on this fight. Mom's lipstick, sure, why not? And we'll go fight Hush. Let's use the Joker card. Greed's Gullet. That's also a good item for the keeper, but not so much in this situation. We don't need either of those. Just gotta bring our Ludo tier here with Eyeball Isle. I don't know if you have regular homing tiers, it'll kind of follow them around, but here doesn't look like that's the case. Skinny Eyed Mushroom would give us a little bit of tears up, but it's a damage down. I don't remember exactly how the formula works. I know it's not just a straight multiplier like some people think it is. I think it's like subtracts and then gives you like a multiplier or something like that. Let's actually look it up while we're fighting Hush. We're not going to get hit here. So just say Skinny Mushroom. Yeah, it's not a straight damage damage multiplier down, I don't think. So it is a bit of a complex formula. So you didn't know this, so I'm just reading it off the Isaac wiki. Tears up, speed up, and then it gives you it's a 0.9 times your other damage ups. So if you get like a +1 damage out of an item, I can't think of any that give you a straight +1. But if you get like a +1 damage, instead it'll give you plus 0.9, and then it'll give you a minus 0.4. So again, you say you have 3.5 damage, playing as Isaac. You pick up 2 different items. Each of them gives you like 1 damage up. So usually you'd have additional 2 damage, bringing up to 5.5. But instead, you take the 2, multiply by 0.9, so 1.8, and then subtract 0.4 from that. So if I'm doing my math correctly, it'd be 1.8 minus 0.4. And if I'm doing my math right, it'd be a 1.4 damage. Yeah, that sounds right. So instead of 2, it'd be 1.4. So we'll head on up, go see Isaac, and we'll probably just go straight into the Mega Satan fight here. Once we beat Isaac. We've already gone on long enough, but maybe we won't. We could get some other items. Delirium showed up. I don't think I would fight him unless we get something a lot better. Again, Brimstone or a technology item at this point. It really help us just chunk them down. Get a load of Mega Fatty and throw down a bomb or 2. And we got fast bombs. Screw, we'll take that. We can just pop them down. Rapid succession. It's always a good item. Whenever you had sab bombs, really do a number on most bosses. Yeah, pretty much straight to the boss room, so that's kind of nice. And neither of those do anything for us. Yeah, and I just already dead. And we'll head on into the chest and wrap up the win number 2 of our keeper streak. No curse, it's good. Got Maw of the Void. Good damage up. Yeah, we'll take that. You know what? Why don't we do a full clear? Trisagian. I don't actually know what Trisagian does with Ludo, so let's see what that does. Okay, so it just does pretty much the same thing. Oh man. Usually not a great item. It's kind of maligned in the Isaac community. If you don't know what it does, it's not a damage down like people think. It's similar to Brimstone. So Brimstone, whenever you get that, it kind of does ticking damage. It does 13 ticks of your tier damage whenever a beam is like concentrated on an enemy. Trisagian's the same way, except hey, look at that, got non-mega again. We'll take a hit of damage. You don't know what Brittle Bones does. Oh, I thought I could break Tears Cap, I guess not. Trisagion does the same thing on Brimstone, except for it's like individual tier shots. So instead of having a beam of damage that's like piercing and goes through everything, instead Trisagion it kind of concentrates them. So you're shooting out concentrated Brimstone beams. The only downside, the biggest downside I should say, really is that you can't really concentrate fire, especially when you have a high shot speed. So if you can get the shots to just hang out over an enemy. That's kind of what you want to do with Trisagion. Now, it's a little tough to do, obviously, because you tend to get higher shot speed as you progress through the run instead of the opposite. There's so many items in this game that have like a rogue shot speed up, or, pills give you a shot speed up. If you have Void or Black Rune, they'll give you a shot speed up. And, there's only a few items here and there that'll give you a shot speed down. So. Oh boy. Let's see if we can get a teleport card. And I know this run's already gone on for like an hour and a half, but why not say hello to Delirium? We'll do it. We'll do it. Mom's box of trinkets. Sure, we'll pick that up. See if we can't get something crazy. I would not describe the safety cap as crazy. Gives you more pills. You can get a little lazy. Just, hey, look at that. Shoot speed up. We'll take it. See our Trisagion beam really flying. Yeah, with with the bookworm, you see it. The second shot just kind of spazzing out everywhere. It's a little bit annoying, but can't really do anything about it, obviously. See what a bomb looks like. Yeah, the bomb's really flying. Like that. Don't need to pick up any books. I've already got the bookworm transformation. See what I'm doing here, looking for a teleport card, so if we go into the Mega Satan fight, which we're obviously going to win the Mega Satan fight, not really a question at this point. If we do get that, then we can go fight him, take him down to like the second phase, hop on out of there and get a Delirium Portal, because who knows, Mega Satan could spawn a Delirium Portal, but don't want to chance it. Gotta celebrate in style. Isaac Fork sometimes gives you a heal whenever you kill an enemy. You have red hearts. Similar to Charm of the Vampire, but I don't think it's a guaranteed payout. Throwing our Trisagion lasers everywhere, going crazy with it. Doesn't look like we're going to get a teleport card unless something spawns here. Guppy's Paw, sure, I'll use it once. Protect our bone hearts with that black heart. And again, we absolutely could kill Mega Satan, but we'll go fight Delirium. Might be a little tough here, but we should be fine. Delirium does not scale with your damage, contrary to some people think that, but it's actually just got a set amount of really, really high HP. So if you get a bit of a broken run, I would not necessarily say this is a broken run. Probably should have picked up Tammy's head. That's okay. We don't need it. Or Mom's box of trinkets, but yeah. A little risky because obviously we got Curse of the Unknown here, but it's probably not going to make much of a difference. About the strength card on the Delirium fight. I think it'll give us a 1.5 damage multiplier. I'm not exactly sure how the interaction works when you have a damage multiplier like Judas' Shadow already. I guess we'll find out. Got hit there, that's fine. And yeah, again, we got stopwatch, so once we take damage in the Delirium fight, I'm not expecting to no-hit him. We should be more than fine. Two boss rooms here. I think either of these could be Delirium. Probably would guess the one on the right would be. It's just a bloat. Good to see you, buddy. Real quick. Acid Baby, sure, come along for the ride. Spawns pills, and every time you take a pill in a room with enemies, it will poison the enemies. Guppy's Head, sure, we'll carry that. Get some extra flies, not that we need them, obviously. And we'll go left here. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about doing 2 separate runs, building up a bit of a backlog. Don't really need one, but given how long this run has gone on. Just hit an hour and a half, actually, just when I said that. Don't want to do that. Mom's Heart, don't usually see that when you have the... Ooh, now that's going to be fun. I'll give you a little preview of what we're going to do to Delirium right here. Oh, yeah. Devil card or Strength. We'll take the Devil. So I'm not sure if the damage multiplier stacks, again, with Strength card. I know the Devil is just a Book of Belial effect. Isaac, good to see you again, buddy. It'd be kind of neat. You know, we're going to take Anarchist Cookbook. This is going to get a little chaotic once we go into the Delirium fight. You'll see what I'm talking about once we head in there. Take Find Curse of the Tower here. Probably take it. Maybe hope to crash the game. Don't want that to happen, obviously, but could be kind of fun. So appreciate anybody that's stuck around this long. Definitely a bit of a longer Isaac episode than I was anticipating today. Obviously, every time you're going into a run as the keeper, you don't. I don't want to say you're expecting a loss, but you definitely know that you have a good chance of losing. Even the best players, I would say, don't even. You know, they don't have more than a 50-50 shot at winning any given keeper run. The one thing that is kind of nice about the keeper, as opposed to playing with Eden, which is probably the most common character that people play in with this game, play this game with. You kind of know what you're starting out with. You know, you know what your speed's going to be, your tears rate, your damage. You know what you're looking for. You're playing the game a little bit differently. I don't think this can be Delirium. No. Not going to use Anarchist Cookbook until we get to Delirium. You know what you're looking for, so you play the game a little bit differently than you would as any other character. So, you know, there's alleys that you kind of force, so it's, you know, but it definitely, I think, is probably the hardest character in the game. I'd say it's probably a little bit easier, maybe, than Vanilla or Rebirth Lost. The only thing that I'm hesitant to say about that is, obviously, with the Lost, you can take Devil Deals for free. That's Delirium, so pop the Devil. Not sure what I'm going to say. We're just going to put down a bunch of... Hey, you get a rare look at the top of Mom's Foot sprite. You don't often see that. Get a little bit of slowdown here. So avert your eyes if you're sensitive to a lot of fires like we've got going on here. Like to stop taking damage here. Don't quite know what's going on with those portals. Don't call them portals of stuff. I don't know, the Trisagian areas. Take a ringworm. That should be kind of interesting here to bring us out to the win. Make sure we pick up some soul hearts. I don't think we're at risk of dying, but I honestly have no idea how much. So yeah, so that'll do it for this run, guys. Appreciate it if you stuck around this long. I understand if you didn't. Obviously, it's a real long run. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And we'll see you next time for what hopes to be win number 3. See ya!